Okay, so we asked what is the overall energy here, and we have no. Okay, and with this and with these readings about setting boundaries, I really feel like you guys could be having a hard time saying no at this time, okay? And there's like a need to maybe say no. These are there's like a need for you to be telling people no. I'm getting like there's some things that you don't want to do, but you are just agreeing and going with it instead of saying no, okay? So some of you guys really gonna have to start saying no, especially when you feel something isn't right or what you want to do, or you don't, you're not in agreement with something, you don't want to do something. It's just time to be saying no, okay? Yeah, and then complete came out. It's something about you guys needing to complete some type of cycle where you are struggling with saying no, or again, struggling with boundaries, setting boundaries in some type of way. And part of that is saying no. No. The answer is no when you don't want to do something. No, I don't want to go there. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't agree with that, okay? Some of y'all are not saying no enough, okay? You need to be okay with saying no. You shouldn't feel guilty for saying no. You shouldn't even be around people who can't accept the word no or rejection, right? And some of y'all, this could even be like a cycle that could continue throughout your life if you don't complete this cycle now, right? It's like you could need to really make this a thing. This is really something you need to work on, because it's like you may even go into a lifestyle where you're going to really have to say no to certain people, places, and things, and you got to be able to have the heart to do that, or this could even be a cycle again, like some of y'all could have been dealing with for a while. This could even be part of like your problems because you can't seem to set boundaries or say no. This could even be like having people around you telling you no, that's not cool, that's not okay, right? You could have people, like more so you have people around you who are like yes men to you, and they're not really telling you what you need to not do or that you shouldn't do something. So I'm even getting at too, like some of y'all could either be completing some cycle where you need to let go of people who are always in agreement to what you do or always enabling you in some type of way. You need people around you, believe it or not, that's going to tell you no, that's not okay, that's not cool. Or maybe you're even the person who needs to hear this. Like, get over the fact that you have people around you that actually are real and raw with you, okay? Like, you could be the person who you take it personal when somebody tells you no. Again, back to like you telling people no, or back to about people telling people no. But I'm just getting like you could be the person who gets mad or take it personal when somebody doesn't agree with you, and they more so tell you about yourself rather than being a yes man or agreement to you or something. And whatever side you're on, though, it's like something needs to close out where you set boundaries and say no, or you letting people go who can't take rejection and can't accept the word no, or you're the person who is taking it personal, getting mad that you have real people around you. It's like you would rather fake people. It's like you may not like fake people, but it's like you almost do, because it's like you having a hard time accepting the people who are keeping it real with you around you. It's like instead you are okay, you more so like the people who enable your behaviors and something like that, okay? But something needs to be closed out regarding that. Meaning like you need to get the lesson here, okay? Because again, if you don't say no, which is part of setting boundaries, people are going to always overstep your boundaries, or people are always going to think that they can invade you, your energy, invade your life, your privacy, when you can't seem to say the word no, okay? People would take that as, they could take them out in your life, right? Whatever the hell they want to do, because you're never saying no. it's just like, imagine not saying no to people sometimes. That's not okay. And it's gonna get some of you to close out here. Some of y'all just keep on being up for something when really you need to be saying no. You need to be rejecting something here, whatever this could be. Okay, what else here though? Some of y'all need to start saying no as well to, like, again, this is giving like saying no to people in general, right? Like I'm saying rejection, but this is something, it's something like you need to start saying no to people when you don't have things complete or all together in your life. This is like saying no to invites, saying no to hanging out, partying, saying no to you know, people who are distractions. Okay, it's like it's even giving like you could not be saying no to people, especially when you need to. I'm getting like there could be things incomplete, things that you need to be focused on, you need to be finishing, getting done, completing, but it's like you are, it's like, but it's like you are instead neglecting these things. The minute somebody wants to maybe do something, go somewhere, hang out, it's like you don't ever tell no one no. It's like you always up, like I said, you always up or down for something, down to do something without maybe even taking care like your responsibilities first, or again completing things, completing tasks. It's just you, it's just giving like you never turning down the fun. And sometimes you gotta be serious and take care of the serious side of life. Okay, something like that. What else? Yeah, there's a lesson in this. And you could literally even have situations that is like coming up, popping up in your life where you are being like tested to see whether you're gonna say yes or no, like whether you see it or not. You could have little tests literally coming up in your life, popping up in your life right now, or will, you know, just to test you to see if you are going to say no or yes. But that's the thing, that you need to be saying no sometimes. Okay, somebody here, you just too, again, there's only way I can put it, you're too down, you're too like, you're too, this is even like being too available. It's just like you are always up for something, you're down for something. It's always yes. You're never telling people no, not right now, no, later, or no, I'm not feeling that, or no, I don't want to go, no, I can't make it. Like it's just always yes with you. So that even goes to show people like you just like you're easy access, you're easily available. Okay, there's no, you know, there's and that in return just also what makes people overstep your boundaries. And it's not even like some of it is personal. People just feel like you don't have no limit, right? You don't have no, it's like you almost don't stand for something. Okay, so people just only see it as, you know, as leverage, as a way to take advantage and overstep. And because again, it's just giving like you don't have a limit. Okay, and if you're hearing what I'm saying, that's just what makes this important, to learn to say no and set boundaries and not feel guilty about it. Okay, yeah, be mindful, be more mindful of being too agreeing or not being able to say the word no. Be mindful of yourself, you know, because some of you guys, shit that you really don't want to do or you don't want to entertain, but you're just doing it for whatever reason, because you can't say no, clearly. But it's like, be mindful of these things. Like, be mindful of your intentions, the intentions of others, the intention of others. Be mindful of, this can really affect you and keep you in like repeated cycles. Okay, and I'm getting like, yeah, this is like even being mindful for yourself, because one thing about it, ain't nobody else gonna be mindful for you. Ain't nobody else gonna have, you know, have better intentions for you than yourself. So it's like, be mindful. Like, if it's something you don't want to do, if it's a boundary you need to put up, if you need to start saying no, do that. Okay, because you're going to forever be in some cycle here if you don't know how to say no. A lot of people struggle with that, especially people who are like people pleasers. They don't know how to say no, straight up no. Even if they do, it's always like a beat around the bush or something. See, y'all grown. It's time to just straight up tell somebody no. If the answer is no, the answer is no. Okay? What else here? Let's get one more. What else in regards to this message, Spirit? And it's also like, be mindful that if you don't get this under control, you will constantly be in this cycle. I'm telling you, this is like a cycle that needs to close out, because it's going to continue. Okay, it's going to be a repeated cycle. And mindful is also given, like, again, people are not going to have some type of level of respect for you. And I'm not and not to say that it's like all the way bad, but again, people just treat you how you treat yourself. You don't have no boundaries, you never say no. Yes, people gonna feel like they got a leg up in your life. They're not being mindful of you. And that's why it's like, you gotta be mindful of yourself. You gotta be considerate of yourself, because people are not gonna be considerate. They just gonna treat you how you treat yourself. You don't have no boundaries, they're not gonna have no boundaries for you. You can't say no. They're always going to think that you are available and treat you as such. They're going to act as if like you have nothing going on when you could have something going on. But because you're always, available, they're not going to think to like, oh, I'm not, maybe so-and-so got this going on, maybe so-and-so got that, or maybe so-and-so doesn't like this, so-and-so doesn't like that. Because you just give off that people could do whatever in your life, something like that. What else here? Yeah, you may trigger people, and that's what I'm getting at. Like I said, especially if you're like a people pleaser or you have dealt with that before, it's like, this is why you would do it, because you could not like triggering people. You could not like confrontation. Yeah, I'm getting all that. You could not like confrontation. You don't want to trigger others, okay? Yeah, it's like you kind of being too considerate of other people, which is cool at some point in time, right? You should be considerate of others, but not when it's like to the extent of like sacrificing yourself and your wants and your needs. Like, that's when you just simply can't be considerate. Because again, if there's something you don't want to do, if the answer is no, that's just what it is, okay? You can't be thinking for other people when it comes to you, because it's your life, it's your well-being at the end of the day. If they get triggered, that's on them, okay? Again, people usually get triggered are people you kind of even are already getting the 411 about, like how you should not be around people like that, because it's like you're already getting everything you need to know about people like that. And meaning usually we cut people out like that, because if they get triggered, it just lets you know what type of people they are themselves. These are people who can't say no. These are people who don't have no boundaries. These are people who let people run all over them, okay? Those are the only type of people that's going to get triggered. Remember, people who understand you or on your level, they wouldn't get as triggered. They would know how this shit go, because they have some level of boundaries or standards, morals themselves, right? Okay, so something like that. But that is literally what is the issue here. You could literally be afraid to say no, to stand up for yourself, even to set boundaries, to not be as accessible because you are scared of it triggering other people, or you don't like to trigger other people. You could call it what you want. This is like, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But again, when it comes to you and you having to sacrifice, or you feeling like something not good for you, you feeling like you need to pull back, or you need to just saying no, if that has to like interfere with that, then that's the problem. That's a problem, okay? So let people be triggered though, but just know these people gonna understand that you got boundaries, that you stand for something, and you don't play about it. And you stand for something, and you stand on it, okay? You're not just a yes person, you're also a no person, something like that. Somebody's initials could be M, okay, first, middle, or last initials, or M is where somebody is from or where they reside, okay, as to who could be involved in this message, or these is your initials, or you're from somewhere with these initials, okay. But for some, this letter M could definitely be who you need to be saying no to or setting boundaries with, okay? This could literally be the initials of the person who's involved in this. But just know there's a lesson in this, okay? And if you want to get out of some cycle here, you know, move forward and stop maybe even being tested, because the universe is going to test you until you get it, okay? They're going to keep putting those tests so you can get it, but it's only to like build you up to be stronger. Because some of y'all, like I said, you can even enter into a lifestyle where it's going to be required to say no, okay? There's just some things you're going to have to be turning down. If you don't have the heart to do that, that could interfere with, you know, where you go and like the places you go, the rooms you sit in. So it's like Spirit's going to keep again testing you until you catch on to this, you know, until you learn the lesson here, okay? So yeah, if you want to get out of this repeated cycle where it's like you even feel tested, you even feel like people keep testing your boundaries or overstep your boundaries, or people just don't take no for an answer, that is the lesson in itself, okay? Start setting boundaries, saying no, maybe even letting other people know that what they're doing is wrong, okay? It's time to start doing this, okay? Because if not, you're gonna be in some constant cycle here, okay? I also feel like if you have some question that's been on your mind lately, like a question of, just think of a question, or even if as soon as you hear say a question you've been having, that question that you've been having should instantly pop up. So whatever question though been on your mind, whatever question that comes to mind, as I just asked you that, the answer is no as well. I'm also getting that. Like, if you have a question here, the answer is no, okay? But that is what I have for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you on the next one.